Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? It's my guy knows a guy. It's college football week 5, sports betting today. Here with SportX.Bet. Let's keep it going. Last week I had some mixed results earlier in the day. It's a long schedule, a long season. I'm actually just coming on live just as Chelsea took the lead at the end of this game against Southampton. Crazy game. Good morning to everyone. I did put some picks out already earlier in the week, and I just reposted them with the updated lines on Twitter. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. SportX Insights. Let's keep it going. NFL picks later today, and yeah, this is a great weekend, a special weekend. Let's keep going up. So many games today. I'm gonna pull up the odds. What's up, Alvin, Jerome, Dan, Casual? What's up, everyone? Yeah, there's a lot going on today. Alabama's in a big game. Georgia's in a big game. We saw what Iowa did last night. Major coaching edge. Jerome said you sent me your picks. Okay, yeah, I'll check them out. Yeah, let me know what you guys took on these early games. If you guys bet soccer too, or if you took any of the early college football games for noon or around 12 o'clock. You guys saw I posted TCU already. I can speak about that game right away. Basically, this is a matchup that TCU has shown dominance in over the years. Gary Patterson is just Texas, to me, they're still not top shelf yet. These are the types of games that they lose. I know they hung 70 on Texas Tech last week, but this game they're gonna have to prove it to me today on the road against TCU. I know they're sort of on a downward trajectory, but I think that this game is going to be a lower scoring game than Texas is anticipating. I don't think they're going to be able to impose themselves over TCU. King Dre said he likes the under for the Georgia game. Okay, I'm actually going to pull the odds up. I'm going to pull the odds up for the games and just go through them, and then I'll let you know if there's something that I like. I did take a look at just about every game on the board today, so let me just pull the odds up. Sorry, everyone. I was muted for a second. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so the Georgia-Arkansas game, it's a game on a lot of people's minds. Arkansas, this is their first top 10 versus top 10 matchup since 2011. They haven't been relevant for quite some time. They haven't been ranked before this season since, I believe, 2016. But you have to look at the strength of competition and zoom in a bit. I follow Georgia closely, I would say. I was surprised that this line opened up at 18.5 with as well as Arkansas has been playing. But, this is a team in Arkansas that, they were still struggling with Rice, I know it's a very, unique moment. It's a small, my bad. I think Chelsea just scored. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, Arkansas, they struggled with Rice. I just don't think that they're a real top 10 team yet. I know that sounds crazy because they've been beating teams. They beat Texas. Okay, Texas appears to be a great team, but I think that there are levels to this and that it's going to be difficult for Arkansas to score today. But on the flip side, the reason I didn't endorse Georgia earlier in the week, like I did maybe in other weeks, is like Kirby Smart. He has so much pressure on him with that program with Georgia, where these are the types of games that he's lost like once a year, a game where Georgia's been highly favored and then they lose outright, He said get into the Notre Dame game. Okay, I will. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the spread, but now that it's under 17 points, I do think it correlates with me saying that Arkansas it's gonna be very difficult for them to score. The Georgia defense, we see what they're doing. They're crushing teams to dust. I don't see why it will be any different with Arkansas defensively. The defense is putting them in position to score as well. I was wrong about their totals. That's really just all I have on the Georgia game is I think that it's going to be maybe a lower scoring game, especially for Arkansas. I'm just going to move on from that one. I talked about TCU and Texas. I'm calling it out. I think this is a suspicious line. Some people that I talked to about college football, they were telling me it's a similar situation as Iowa last night. Shout out to Iowa. A spread that might be designed to trick you, but I think the circumstances and the context here is different. I think Texas TCU, they perform well ATS in conference. I'm just going to ride that with the coaching edge in this matchup and try to start the day off well. The line is actually moving in the direction of TCU. This line was 5. It was 5 earlier in the week, 5.5. So, yeah, going on to Wisconsin and Michigan. Wisconsin's been a team that's been underperforming. You have an underperforming team that's lost their status as a powerhouse against a team that's played nearly a flawless season in Michigan up until where they didn't cover against Rutgers last week. That game scared a lot of people. Their offense didn't look as clean, but Rutgers is really in an up year. Rutgers is they're trending upwards. So it was more so about Rutgers last week when with their run defense they were suppressing Michigan. Michigan got out of there with a win. This week against Wisconsin, for me, I'm not going to play this game, although I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think that Wisconsin's quarterback play really has hurt them all season, even in spots where I believed in them. Even in the one game where I bet on them against Eastern Michigan, it was a huge spread. It took the final drive of the final minute of the game for Wisconsin to cover that game, the huge spread, because their quarterback is pretty much inept. Graham Mertz. If they win this game today, it will shock me. The reason I just can't get with this spread, I don't think Wisconsin should be favored, but because the spread is the way it is, that's really why I didn't give this game as much attention as I should have, because something's not right here. Michigan's playing a really good season and they're underdogs. I know it's on the road, Camp Randall, but I don't see them. The line just changed right in front of us, everyone. It's now plus 1.5. Okay, the line just changed. I'm going to move on from that one. No pick in that one. Someone was saying to get into the Notre Dame game. Let me just get through the 12 o'clock games. The Georgia Tech and Pittsburgh game, I think this is going to be a lower scoring game than you would imagine. I think this is going to be this is a game where Pittsburgh they may play down to their competition. The spread already says that they're pretty much even. Georgia Tech stood up against Clemson, but we see that Clemson is not having the best season. It's a down year for Clemson, but their defense did look good that day. I think this game goes under 58. Let me just go through Purdue and Minnesota. Minnesota had one of the biggest upsets of the season last week. They were 30-point favorites against Bowling Green. They lost. They lost money line. They lost money line to Bowling Green, bro. That's a fireable offense. It's a fireable offense. All right, PJ Fleck, fireable offense. But this week, suspicious line. They might have been looking forward to this game on the road. Big Ten matchup. I think we get points in this one. I don't think that they're a really banged up team, but they're going to take risks with their offensive play calling today. That loss last week it didn't look right. It didn't look right at all. Western Michigan versus Buffalo. I lean Buffalo. No opinion in the North Carolina Duke game. No opinion. Let me just continue. There's a lot going on. No play for me in the Temple and Memphis game. Might just watch that game. A lot of points, though. Some FCS versus FCS matchups. Hey, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just going through the college football picks for today. It's a big weekend for sporting events. Make sure you guys check out SportX.Bet, the crypto sports book owned by its community. So many markets. That's where the odds are on screen. It's a very interesting project that I'm a part of, and just make sure you guys take time to go check that out, and check out the blog as well, blog.sportx.bet, for more documentation about the project. I'll actually tweet some of that stuff out as well. Let me just continue. UMass and Toledo. UMass is in big trouble today. But I like the over more. I think Toledo's going to put up a lot of points. I'm just not sure about their defense late into the game. Like if they, this has backdoor cover. It's a big number for Toledo. It's a big number. They're not Coastal Carolina. But I kind of like the over in the Toledo UMass game. 50 something to 20 something maybe. I don't know. Let's see how that goes. Illinois and Charlotte, no play for me in this game. It's a pretty low spread though. Judging Charlotte based off of their historical sample size of just being a trash team. They are trending upwards this year. Their passing game is competent. I'm not a big believer in this Illinois team. I believe they could lose at any moment to anyone. I'm not a big fan of Brett Bielema. Wake Forest and Louisville. I think I had something on this one. You said you're all over the Purdue game, King Dre? All over the Purdue game. Okay. San Jose State's 1-4 ATS. Okay. What else do you guys take though? Yeah, that's what we do. We love talking sports. We love making predictions. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button. Let's get through this college football schedule today and try to make some profits today, and enjoy the games. Don't take any crazy risks. Let's keep it moving past the 12 o'clock games. I think we're done with 12 o'clock games. So I have a full bet on TCU. I like the under in the Georgia Tech Pittsburgh game, 58. I actually didn't bet that yet though. Let's just keep it going. I'll go straight to it. No play for me in this USC and Colorado game. Although I do like excuse me everyone, my phone was going off. Georgia State and App State. This is a game where I think App State can cover. I think some books you have it at 9.5. I'm not sure if this number hasn't budged. I know the public is all over App State, early spot for them, but they're on the road. I think that App State has what it takes to cover in this game, especially with their front seven. Just make sure you guys can see the odds. The big game, Notre Dame and Cincinnati. I'll tell you something. This game is definitely like a playoff game, okay? You have the number 9 team versus the number 7 team, two teams with playoff aspirations, two teams that are generally don't get as much love from the AP poll as their fan bases think that they should. Notre Dame has proven me wrong so far this season about their outlook. And they have just a well-rounded team. Cincinnati, this is basically their Super Bowl. When it comes to picking a side in this game, I think you can get value by seeing if a team can score an early touchdown. You can get a team. I think whoever wins this game, it's going to be a close game. If you can get a team plus 4.5 in game, I would jump on that. Personally, though, I like the under. I like the under in this game. Under 50. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I think this is going to be a defensive battle. Cincinnati, in particular, I just feel like their secondary, they're going to be their athletes that they have. They're going to be able to hang with what Notre Dame is going to. I think Notre Dame's going to try to play an ugly game anyways and just try to get out of here with a win. They sort of play down to their competition. Look at the games against Toledo. Look at the games against Florida State. Cincinnati is elite competition, but they're not quote unquote like power school. I feel like this is a game where Notre Dame could slip up, but I'm not going to really bet against them because they've been proving me wrong over the course of the season. I think the better play in this game is on the under 50, maybe even the first half under. First half under. I think it's 26.5 or something. Just going to keep going. I will be watching that game. Notre Dame and Cincinnati. Make sure you have notifications on for the YouTube channel. I'm going to post some NFL picks later on today. just for everyone that's interested in that. Moving all over the place. Coastal Carolina, I lean Coastal Carolina minus 34. I think that could be a strong play. Louisiana Monroe, their defense is absolutely terrible, and then they can't score. They're in the bottom 30 of college football teams out of 130 teams in just about every metric. I think Coastal Carolina can keep it rolling until they face a stiffer test. No play in these FCS matchups. Let me just keep it going. Yes, I know a lot of the 12 o'clock games are coming on. I know a lot of people are going to be watching the 12 o'clock games. I'll probably keep it brief and just speed through the rest of the schedule. And best of luck to everyone that's tailing on any of these plays. Just want to talk, just give my thoughts, free flow, and take a look at my notes at the same time. Play I do have is Texas Tech +7. I talked about that as well. Maybe first half money line as well. Kansas State and Oklahoma. Oklahoma is definitely trending downwards. Kansas State, they have no quarterback play, but 70% of their plays are running plays. I think Oklahoma's defense has not been as good as advertised, although they did perform last week against West Virginia. West Virginia is a mid-range opponent. Kansas State is in the same boat, but because they run the ball so much, I think that I'm not sure about the total in this game. I think a lot of people are saying that the over 53 is going to be easy. It's going to be easier for Oklahoma to score against Kansas State. I'm not exactly sure about that. But Oklahoma, one thing we can all agree is that, one, they've been underperforming, and two, they're definitely due for a cover. I think Oregon might be on upset alert today. I'm not a big believer in Oregon. They generally lose 1 to 2 conference games. I know that this team has a lot of athletes. They hit the transfer portal very hard, but this line to me is very suspicious. David Shaw might have these guys ready to play this week. It's Stanford or nothing for me in that one. I like Kent State to cover minus 16.5 against. I like Kent State to cover. What's up, Paul? What's up, Alvin? What's up, Jerome? Sideshow. Oh yeah, the Arsenal game is about to come on. Yeah, I faded Arsenal today. I went for the value. I don't know, Brighton. They're performing really well. I think they'll score a goal or two. Play some decent defense. Arsenal, I know they're trending upwards, but I took Brighton in that one. I took Oostende in the Belgian Pro League, smaller, more obscure league, but I like them plus 0.5. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, that game didn't come on yet, right? Let me just continue the college football lineup. Shout out to everyone watching right now. I truly appreciate you with SportX.Bet. Make sure you guys check out SportX.Bet and sign up. We have something called Bet Credits on the way. Major announcement coming along about that. There's going to be a great new feature coming to the platform, and just want to show you guys how you guys are in control of your funds on the platform. So we'll talk about that a bit more. Just let me power through these picks. Big game. I talked about Texas Tech. I like Texas Tech +7. I like Kent State minus 16.5. Alabama and Ole Miss. Nick Saban is 23-0 against his former assistants. He's playing Lane Kiffin today. That's a straight up stat, not an ATS stat. I need to pull up the ATS stat. Maybe someone in the chat can help me out. But Alabama, Ole Miss, this is what he does. He wins against his former assistants. He knows them inside out better than they know him. But he has basically an NFL team on the field. But then you have Corral and the quarterback for Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. They're performing at a very high level. They're getting a lot of love by the national media. A lot of love. Okay, they're getting a lot of love. I respect them as an explosive offense. But this is an entirely different level of beast that they're playing today. It's sort of unsettling. Am I tripping in the chat, everyone? Am I right to be concerned that I'm seeing a lot of Ole Miss tickets today? A lot of Ole Miss tickets today. The total in this game, is 80. Okay, it's 80. We know Alabama has an explosive offense. I know that Nick Saban turns it up another notch against SEC opponents, particularly at home. This is a pretty low spread compared to historical sample size for Alabama home games, okay? It's only minus 15. This would indicate that Ole Miss has a decent shot. It's just above the key number. Checking a lot of boxes for Ole Miss. Alabama's a powerhouse. But at the same time, I still think Alabama covers today. I still think Alabama covers today. I just feel like they're going to score a lot. Their defense is going to try to show their defense is going to try to. I think their defense is going to play better than you think. I don't think Ole Miss is going to hit 40 points. I don't think they're going to hit 40 points, 35 points in this game. They're going to have to prove it to me. I'm going to go with the sample size of what I know Nick Saban does against conference opponents. And I like the first half as well. Ole Miss, they're in a prove-it situation today, okay? I think this game could even stay under 80. I think Alabama, they're going to try to send a message today. It's alarming me. I'm seeing a lot. I'll just have to be wrong with that. I'm seeing a lot of Ole Miss tickets. I'm trying to find a reason why. I just don't think Alabama's defense, I believe, will put them in position to score. And I also think that they will score on Ole Miss at will, almost like Swiss cheese today. Like Swiss cheese. It's gonna be like a 40-something to 20-something. I think it'll be 40-something to 20-something. That's my projection for this game. Let me just continue through the schedule. Nevada and Boise State to play. I've already posted. This line is swinging. If you guys watched the video I posted here on the channel the other day, I had Nevada plus 6.5. We have great closing line movement as we approach the 3:30 Eastern kickoff. Nevada on the road against Boise State. It's now plus 4.5. I'm inclined to take the money line plus 162. I will do that. I've already jumped on this at plus 6.5. I'll jump on it with everyone watching at plus 4.5. I think Nevada will perform today. I think they have the horses. I've seen Boise State's defense. They're leaky against the aerial attack at times. Nevada's game is predicated by the aerial attack. Carson Strong. They have Dubes, another NFL level receiver. I just think that we're going to get points today, but I think that Nevada is going to perform very well on offense. That's just me. Florida State, I ban them. As soon as I ban them, they'll win a game. As soon as I ban Florida State and no one bets on them today, they're minus 5.5. What's going on? It's crazy. It's crazy what they did. I'm just mad about the loss last week against Louisville. Watch. They'll probably cover today when no one in the world picks them. No one has the balls. Okay, I think my dog Moneyline Cam said it though. Moneyline Cam, he said Florida State by double digits. Miami, Ohio, Central Michigan, no play. Ohio and Akron, no play. This is just about the lowest spread you're going to get for an Akron game. They're a dumpster fire. If you guys don't know, Akron is a dumpster fire. They're one of the 10 worst FBS schools. So the fact that they're ever going to be a single-digit favorite, they have to win one game, right? They have to win one game. Some of these games are being overlooked. Oh, yeah, the 12 o'clock games are already on. Let's see what's going on. Michigan, and I'm sure everyone's watching the Michigan and Wisconsin game. TCU's in the red zone. TCU is in the red zone. 2nd and 9, TCU. It's early, though. Let's chill. Let's chill out for a second. It's early. I'm going to get out of here so I can enjoy some of the games with you, fire off some live bets. We have another account, SportX Insights. Check out the tweet that I embedded in my last couple of retweets. Go follow SportX Insights. Going to do a lot of tweeting from that account and a lot of retweets as well, relevant information for some bets. Help you be as prepared as possible for your bets. Post some picks as well. Check out the account. It's like inside of one of my last retweets on Twitter. Let me just keep it going. Suspicious line, South Carolina and Troy. This line would indicate that Troy has a really great shot to win outright. I think we're going to get some points in this game. 43.5 is a bit disrespectful. South Carolina is playing in a non-Power 5 school. I think 43.5 is a bit low. I know Troy has been playing pretty well. I cashed a ticket with Troy like 2 weeks ago. Just free-flowing here on a couple of these games, but I do have a list right here to my side. If you guys are here, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I'm going to get out of here in a second and just continue watching these games. There's so much going on in the sports world. Damn. So much going on in the sports world. UTSA and UNLV, no play. NC State and Louisiana Tech also known as LA Tech. I like Louisiana Tech in this game. 18.5, I think, is a very attractive price. NC State is coming off of a high. LA Tech is they're a sneaky team. They're a sneaky team that I think can stay within that number. Maybe they lose by 17. Maybe they lose by 2 touchdowns. A lot of respected minds that I was speaking to, they also like LA Tech. Shout out to Jay Money, a couple of other people that I was speaking to about this game. So yeah, LA Tech plus 18.5. I don't think that's a bad bet at all. But obviously, we have to stay within reason. We can't bet it all, right? There's so many games. But I do like LA Tech, and as we get closer to game time, maybe I'll fire off on that game as well. Kentucky and Florida, no play for me on this game. I'm looking towards next week for both of these teams. Some FCS matchups right here. Liberty, I like Liberty plus 2.5. I like them to win outright. I caught them at plus 3, and I caught them at plus 2. I have 2 tickets on Liberty. I think they'll probably win this game outright. Great bounce back spot. Superior quarterback play. UAB does have a couple of some talented pieces, though. That's why they're favored. They're favored for a reason. Like, don't bet the farm on Liberty. Don't bet the farm on Liberty. Okay? Oklahoma State and Baylor. I think this game goes under. Iowa State and Kansas. I think this game goes under. What else do we have here? Penn State and Indiana, no play. Clemson and Boston College. Clemson is banned like Florida State. They're on the ban list. Auburn, I think they have a great shot to bounce back. Their running game will get it done today. If you remember the damage that UCLA's running backs were doing to LSU, I think Auburn, this is a great bounce back spot for them after failing against Penn State and Georgia State. Their running game, you know, if LSU should be favored by more, right? I mean, I think Auburn's running game is really going to keep them in this game and possibly put them in a great chance to win this game outright. Give them a great chance to win this game outright. No play for San Jose State. No play for Hawaii and Fresno State, although I think Fresno State has a great chance to bounce back. Keep an eye on the health of the quarterback. I think he is questionable on the list. So, yeah, and then I have Washington. I've got Washington plus 2. I have Washington winning this game outright. Some things are facts, some things are trends. Washington, this is what they do. They beat Oregon State. It's on the road. We haven't seen this circumstance where Oregon State has been favored against Washington, but this is we're charting uncharted. We're entering uncharted territory. But I think Washington will win this game. So yeah, I have Washington. I have Auburn. I have Liberty. I have TCU, who are on right now. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chat if someone scored in that game. Touchdown TCU. Let's go. Touchdown TCU. Touchdown TCU. Let's go. It's early in the game, though. It's early in the game. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that game. Keep an eye on that game. So yeah, that's what I'm leaving with you guys with. I'll probably tune into the Alabama game. It's a big weekend for me in my personal life as well. Just gonna try to enjoy some of the games, but I will be all over Twitter. Make sure you're following SportX Project, SportX Insights. This is My Guy Knows a Guy. Sports betting today. We're just talking about college football and the Week 5 lineup today. Shout out to everyone that watched the video. Hit the like button. Let's power through the schedule. And yeah, you guys can go back and watch it on replay. A couple other games I think I said I liked are the Notre Dame Cincinnati under. I think that's a pretty good play. I think that's a pretty good play today. I'm gonna ride with Texas Tech, Nevada. Let's keep it going. Let's move on to NFL. I'm gonna post an NFL video today with 3 picks for tomorrow, and just be on the lookout for that. Turn notifications on the channel, and I'll see you guys later. See everyone later. Let's have a day.